How's it? Today is Saturday, July 13th. This week I focused on a checklist of things that I'd use to help my performance. And actually, I wrote out all of the things I do for my warm-up. You'll see it in a moment. But it's a lot of things. It usually takes me 40 minutes, can take me easily up to an hour if I'm trying to be super thorough with everything. But as far as today goes, today was a weird day. Today is Saturday, and normally I work nights on Saturdays. So I'm usually in the gym, ideally by 12 o'clock. Well, here's the checklist there. You can pause it and look at everything that I do. But going back to what I was mentioning, I worked lunch today at the restaurant, which I don't know when the last time I worked lunch was. It was probably like over a year ago. And that meant that even before stepping foot into the gym, I had close to 11,000 steps already logged, which means that it really impacted the way I lifted today. I did not do very well. I did very, very, very poorly. I was going for 2 sets of 1 at 150 for my front squat because I didn't front squat yesterday. And here's my first and only attempt. And once I encountered resistance, I felt my upper back get really tight and really sore. And honestly, I'm very surprised that my upper back isn't as sore as I thought it would be. I almost also when I took my deep breath in, I felt like I got bent back a little bit, and I was like, uh-oh, this is gonna be bad. But given how yesterday was, I'm very, very surprised how my upper back doesn't feel like it's completely done. It doesn't feel like I'm necessarily injured. It just feels like it's just a little uncomfortable, a little bit tight here and there, but it's not. It doesn't feel like it's one of those things that's gonna really impede the way I lift. And maybe it did impede the way I lifted today, but I feel like I've dealt with a lot worse in the past. So I was this is just it's really surprising. I think I might have said the same thing for yesterday's lifts. That from Wednesday, I was kind of worried about how it would be on Friday, and it turned out to be okay. But the actual lifts on Friday, they hurt a lot. I know I talked about it, my breath in for the dip on the jerk that I made was just really, really painful. As far as deadlifts go today, supposed to do 190 for a set of 3. I did 190 for 1, and then I was I had to give up on this one. I couldn't get myself set in the right spot, and this is probably due to my upper back being a little bit, I don't know, uncomfortable in that position. And maybe I spoke a little bit optimistically about my upper back, but it was hurting on that moment. So I was okay, I'm gonna try again, just because I'm really stubborn, and if I get a set of 3, I'm done. If I don't get the set of 3, I'm done. So I did the 1 here, and I was able to reset my upper back and everything for the second one for my touch and go, and then this third one I just was not able to do it. And I'm fairly frustrated with things here. But Doug was saying, he was yeah, you worked before today. How often do you do that? And I was literally never. Literally never. And he's well, that makes a lot of sense. So I was okay, yeah. Could try to cut my losses there, and I ended up not wanting to bench press because I was yeah, maybe rest for my upper back is a good idea. I even for my dumbbell row here did some of these stretches. But the dumbbell row, I usually do 80 pounds, and this is only 60. And it feels pretty good, getting the blood flowing through my upper back. But yeah, today was an interesting one, but it is what it is. I'm gonna try next week to hit some big PRs, so I'm really excited for that. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Comment, and subscribe. Shoots.